Why did you become a personal trainer?
So I became a personal trainer primarily because of my own, body shaming. Back when I was in high school, I used to play a lot of video games and not lead a very active physical lifestyle. So I've been sitting mostly on a chair all day long, playing the games, eating junk food, eating whatever I see basically, and yeah, not doing any exercise. And I've gained lots of weight uh, back in that time. And back in grade 8 and 9, when we had to, there's basically physical education classes. We've had to do certain, I don't know, things like you get to do 10 pull-ups to get like that ranking versus like 15 pull-ups for girls and stuff like for men, 10 pull-ups for girls and stuff like that, and I couldn't do a single pull-up, I remember, and this made me feel really bad about myself. So I decided to start. Actually, I used to play basketball a lot, but I stopped doing that, and then I went and didn't do any physical activity, and I've gained lots of weight, and that's when I realized that I should get back on track and start doing physical activity again. And so I started going to the fitness center, and like many newbies, I didn't know what I was doing probably, but I was still doing it, and it I've limited my diet, and it worked really well. I lost a lot of weight, and I gained some muscle, and I started eating cleaner. And then in last grade of high school, we had to pass certain exams for physical education, and I've done that. And I was able to do, from being completely unable to do a single pull-up, I went in 2 years. I went to making the most pull-ups in my class, basically, which was kind of nice because I couldn't do a single one. And then going from the last place to place number one felt amazing. And that's when I decided that being involved into health and wellness space is something I might be passionate about, and helping other people to achieve their goals, and get rid of this shaming of their body is something I might be passionate about, and helping them to get there is something that might really interest me. And that's how I decided to go and study biomedical physiology at university, and got my degree, bachelor's of science degree in that field, learning a lot about both macro and micro structures within the body, and learn how to implement that to my to the training of potential customers and clients. It
Feeling?
definitely it felt bad. I mean, I'm sure many people know this feeling, when you start looking in the mirror and you look worse day by day, and your physique gets worse, and you start feeling worse, and you're unable to do certain things, your daily activities anymore as efficiently. you know you may start gasping when you go upstairs, and that just, it all contributes. And it's especially seen when you start come to the maybe fitness center, start doing something that involves a lot of physical activity, and you're seeing that you're not as good as you used to be before. And yeah, it feels awful mentally, especially, right? And that's why I'm a big advocate of mental health and importance of physical health for it, right? Mental health is super important, but health plays a huge role in it. And being happy with how your body looks, and being happy with your physique plays a huge role in in being able to control your mental state of well-being.
When you decided to start becoming more active, was it a feeling of excitement, uh, fearful, uncertainty? Like, what was the process in there as you started?
Obviously, when you start, when I came back to physical activity after taking like 3 year break from basketball, because I used to play, like I said, 8 years, since I was 5 or 6 years old. I played basketball for 8 years, and I've been really good at it. But then I stopped doing that because our trainer was super strict, in my opinion. I was a little kid, and so I didn't want to deal with that, so I left. And I resumed physical activity, not the basketball, but just fitness center, something to keep myself physically active 3 years later. And definitely didn't, I'm sure, like many people, it might not be super nice when you start training and you do it for, like, you put in a lot of effort and you don't see any results for the first, few weeks, few months. But that's how it works. It's a long game, right? You always have to understand that, to get something, it's nothing worse. Having comes easy. And same concept applies to, your physique. it takes a lot of time, effort, and patience to get to where you want. So I stuck at it, and it may not felt nice. It didn't feel nice at the beginning, but eventually I started to see progress, and it got easier. But the first few months, it was a lot of mental effort for me, and I think and I didn't have a personal trainer, and I think if I had a personal trainer, this might have been a little bit easier for me this way, because there was nobody to support me. And I think that's one of the biggest roles of personal trainer, about one of the biggest responsibilities of us as personal trainers, to support our clients and be there for them all the time, help them to overcome this potential mental challenge, and be there for them every single time they're struggling.
If you had a tip for somebody maybe feeling the same way you felt in the past, and they're thinking about starting a fitness journey, do you have any like small tips that they could start with?
Definitely. Start small and slow. Don't go too fast. A lot of people, when they start, and that's the problem, why so many people, they start and then stop like a month later. They start and they go super hard right away, and they burn out, and that's the problem. You should start, in my opinion, slowly, and build on each workout. Add, start with a few exercises in one workout, and then add slowly, week by week, increasing the load, the number of reps, the weight, the difficulty of the exercise, because going super hard right away, you're gonna get burnt yourself out super fast, and in 1 month you may not see amazing results, and you'll be like, oh damn, I've been working so hard and I only see like that many changes, like nothing almost. I might just stop doing it at all and come back to my former lifestyle. And that's the problem, starting slowly and moving 1 month by month, and tracking progress and ensuring that you're happy with your routine, and you're enjoying it, and you're committed to it long term, will ensure that you get what you're looking for down the road in terms of your physique. And like I've said, whether you're a newbie client or you're a person who's never been to the gym before and you're afraid of coming and working out by yourself, or you're an experienced athlete who's been training a lot and you're looking to improve, or maybe your conditioning, or your dynamic training skills, feel free to reach out. I'm open to train with all types of clients. I've been working as a personal trainer for the past 4.5 years with a variety of different populations. I've been working in a program called Active Health, which is a collaboration between SFU Health and Counseling Services and SFU Recreation Services, where people, whether it's students or staff and faculty, or just people who live on campus near the university, they getting clinically diagnosed with depression and anxiety by a physician, and they get basically a personal training package for free that comes along with counseling. And personal trainers there are needed to help them overcome the mental aspect of this. And working with these people really helped. This is where I really understood why mental health is such an important aspect when it comes to your overall health, and how physical activity plays a role in it. After working with over 20, almost 30 clients who had either depression, anxiety, I've learned aspects of how to approach them correctly, what to look for, which type of factors, how hard should client be pushed when they don't feel mentally right, and much more stuff. And I think I can help you on your journey to get to where you want to, not only by directing you what to do in terms of physical exercise, but also helping you emotionally and mentally, be there for you every single time and support you and build a meaningful relationship. Don't be afraid to reach out. We are not biting. We are there for you, to help you to achieve your goals. And we want to make sure that you're achieving them by being there for you both physically and mentally every single time you train with us. So yes, that's my little story of why I decided to become a personal trainer and how I got to where I got.